Well, welcome again, Truth Helpers. So 2020 divided by 666, which you know is considered the mark of the beast, comes to 3.033033 on and on. And as you know, in the Biden campaign, they're saying text Joe to 30330. Now, isn't that coincidental? 30330 is 2020 divided by 666. Now, whether that was coincidental or not, who knows? You know how numbers are. I think it was more planned. So another interesting number, just taking the 22 divided by 666, because many times we can drop the zeros in a number. 22 divided by 666, if you read it from right to left, is 30330, etc. I wanted to tell you about an important website called numberempire.com. You can type in any value and you can find out different things about the number, such as how many divisors it has. Is it a prime number? Is it a triangular number? What's the square of it? And various other types of oddities. All right, let's go to the next slide. And that is reading the Bible verse of Revelations 13, verse 18. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now see how I have underlined, here is wisdom, and also the word count. I think it's trying to tell you this is important, like you'll be made enlightened. You're smart if you look at this. If you count the number, something just didn't sit right with me, with everyone concentrating on the number itself. When it's telling you to count the number of the beast, count it. So man is organic, we're made of carbon, and carbon is the number 6 on the periodic table. And here's a slide, and it shows you a little bit about carbon itself. So we are 18.5% carbon, or just we'll say 18% carbon, which is actually 6 plus 6 plus 6, which I'm showing you in this slide. We're counting the number 666. We're also showing 6 times 6 times 6, which amounts to 216. Remember, multiplication is an extended form of addition. So here's a slide showing you that by mass, our bodies are made of 18.5% carbon, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6. And another curious oddity, if we divide 666 by 18.5, comes the number 36, which is a multiple of 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So after adding the 666 and then multiplying the 3 6s together, 18 and then 216, somehow I decided to search through the internet for carbon 18 and see what would come up. Now, I don't know if I've known this before or if it was just a gut feeling, but I came to a little article about carbon 18, which is a molecule of, it's a ring actually, of 18 carbon atoms connected by alternating triple and single bonds. It's a collaboration of teams at IBM and the University of Oxford. They claim to synthesize this into a solid state in 2019 by using various chemical methods. And according to the researchers, the electronic structure of this product, which is the molecule of 18 carbons, consists of alternating triple bonds and single bonds rather than a cumulene type structure of consecutive double bonds. This supposedly makes this molecule a semiconductor. And let's just read what a semiconductor is, because it's kind of interesting to note that a semiconductor is a material that has electrical conductivity falling between that of a conductor, such as metallic copper, and an insulator, such as glass. So an insulator is a material that doesn't conduct electricity very well. We know that metals do, especially copper. You'll find copper, in our electrical wires in our house. So this semiconductor, its resistivity falls as its temperature rises. Metals are the opposite. So what I'm saying here is the carbon 18 becomes more conductive when the temperature goes up, meaning when it gets hotter. Metals are the opposite. That's something I actually didn't know. But now I'm going to talk about how this could affect how the EMF waves, which do heat up the body, that possibly could affect us, because if this is how they're going to alter the carbon in our body. Carbon is 6 on the periodic table. It's 18% of our body, and 18 is 3 6s. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. How coincidental. So let me read to you about EMFs and a study done by the government. Here's the article from the government website. All the links will be in the description box. EMFs influence metabolic processes in the human body and exert various biological effects on cells through a range of mechanisms. EMF disrupts the chemical structures of tissue, since a high degree electromagnetic energy absorption can change the electrical current in the body. As a result of this exposure, the functions of organs are affected. Electrical fields exert an oscillatory force on every free ion on the both sides of the plasma membrane and cause them to cross it. This movement of ions causes deterioration in the ion channels on the membrane, biochemical changes in the membrane, and consequently impairment of all cellular functions. Exposure to EMFs can damage biological tissues by inducing changes which can be explained in terms of thermal or non-thermal mechanisms. Thermal effects can occur with the conversion and absorption of heat by the body's electromagnetic energy. Increased body temperature is stabilized and alleviated by blood circulation. Although non-thermal effects do not raise the body temperature sufficiently to impair the structure of tissues, their effects can still be seen as an increase in free radical production in tissues. EMFs, no matter where they occur in the frequency spectrum, are reported to cause a rise in levels of oxygen-free radicals in an experimental environment in plants and humans. Now, this is a government study. Like I said, I'll leave the link. And now I'm coming to the conclusion that maybe the EMFs are going to raise our temperature a little, but affecting us in the sense that free radicals are created. So is this what they're going to do to us? Alter our carbon? They're putting the carbon in an 18-molecule circle, a circle no less, the magic circle. I mean, they're going to alter us. They want us to be transhuman. Our body temperature does go up, although it's alleviated, they're saying here, by our circulation, but there's other changes that are happening. You know, we can't really see inside the human body. We can't just see it. We don't really probably even know everything about our bodies. And the carbon is 18, the 666. We are the beast because we're going to destroy ourselves if we let science and chemicals change us. So if we become more like a semiconductor, more conductive because the thermal rate is going up, as what they're saying is the carbon 18, now we're more conductivity, have more of that, and the electrical fields will be more in tune with us and we with them. And I'm thinking this is how they're going to capture our thoughts. Because 300 years ago, who would have thought that a phone could transmit a voice, or these, lines, or now through the air, we can transmit our own voice? Someone 300 years ago would have been shocked and maybe thought it was some kind of magic. And now the thought of someone taking our thoughts or hearing our thoughts, or our thoughts are going to be broadcast, where it's not private anymore. And that's what they're trying to do, is become like God and take our natural rights away. As a human being, my thoughts are private. That's the only thing I have left. My information is not private anymore, but my thoughts still are. So if we become more like a semiconductor because of the carbon now in the ring of 18 carbon molecules, and it's 18% of our body. Some say 18.5, it's still 18. 18%, the 3 sixes, the 666. Count the number. It says count. People are too focused on the number and not what it says. It says wisdom and those with understanding. I've read you the Bible verse. It's telling you right there. It wants you to count. So multiplication is also counting. 6 times 6 times 6, 216, which is the mass of carbon 18. So something with the EMFs and the carbon in our body. Carbon is decrepit, but it's also regenerating. When things burn, becomes black like carbon, like a house burns down. It has black wood now. Everything turned to black and soot. But it's also regenerative. People that camp and people that are survivalists know about char cloth, which is cloth that is blackened, which helps start the new fire. It's very flammable. I've seen it done on YouTube. Take the blackened cloth, take your jeans and blacken them, and it helps to start a new fire. So it's a very important element. It is the mark of man. Carbon is number 6 on the periodic table. Thank you all for watching. I really love you all. I thank you for tuning in. Give me that like, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.